You are listening to the Midwest's most dangerous podcast, Kevin. It's the most dangerous. Season 14, episode 5.
Did I ever doubt that? I mean,
I'm just pointing that out, according to it. Coming to you live from the Nika IBW.
What's going to happen today that's going to make it so dangerous?
Power in Indiana Lake County Studios.
Strap
on and strap in.
Yes.
Strap on.
It is the Midwest most dangerous podcast. You forget about that sometimes, Kevin Smith. Sometimes you got to live up to the freaking moniker.
I didn't know it was coming my way. Why is this like...
Because it pointed it out. We were having a conversation.
I always feared this podcast. Trust me.
Yes. We were having a conversation when we were rolling into the show, and Kevin was being very conservative about this. And then it was just a proper time to say, this is the Midwest Most Dangerous Podcast. It was extra emphasis.
Thank you. You're right.
Welcome back to Lockpod, everybody.
Yes. Welcome to episode 5
we're gonna
of season 14. We're rolling right in.
We're going to mess things up today.
Oh.
Yeah. No, we got Abdul.
Fired up.
We got Abdul coming on, third segment. Abdul Shabazz. He's been a frequent guest on Lockpod.
Whenever there's Gabe Whitley news, we have to have Abdul on.
Because Gabe Whitley sort of like kicked Lockpod off. You know, I mean, that was the biggest show in season 1, and it was still to this day our biggest show.
I don't think it was season 1, was it?
Morning, Joe. How's it going?
Hey.
Nice to see you. Hey. It was right around season 1.
Really?
Was it the first on-site thing?
It was the
For
first vlog.
For sure. Yeah. But
Wait.
it was a huge scene video. It was like 50,000 on the day it happened.
But let me get some time. I'm going to get some like temporal arrangement here. So I remember the vlog of the triathlon. Was it before or after the triathlon vlog, John?
Did you say temporal?
I know. Was that a proper?
Temporal?
I don't think that was appropriate.
Temporal?
I think that's a Chinese
food?
Temporal? Tempura.
I ordered that the other day.
I don't know.
Yeah, that and egg roll. That and egg roll, $12.99.
All right, let me
Cerebral? What are we going
rewind.
with?
relating to worldly as opposed to spiritual.
Sorry,
affairs.
I meant
Fucking-
timeline.
Where'd you even
Thank
hear
God
that
for
word?
Google.
Wait. They sound similar in your defense, temporal and timeline.
But that was exactly what happened coming into the show. I said something, and Kevin looked at me really weird. He's like, "You didn't use that word properly."
Well, and that
Like a
And then he
vocab
busts
day.
out
And I
an
did the wrong- and I
improper
did
use
the
of a
same,
word,
yes.
like in the real show.
You
So
can't
nobody
make
even
this
knows
up.
that
But
I
see,
messed
Tom, that's
up.
my life. I say something about something, and then
Yeah.
it happens to me.
Yes,
That's
exactly
my
what
life. And
But the audience doesn't even know about what happened before the show. So
protagonist.
an antagonist.
yes.
So you want to know the timeline?
Timeline was the vlog of Tom's
I don't remember.
triathlon before or after.
I believe it was after.
I agree.
the
John.
parade.
So-
But like, it wasn't even close.
No, everything we have we owe to Gabe.
Yes.
Wow.
But like, so we're big fans of Gabe Whitley, and as big of fans as we are, there's a bigger fan in Indiana, and that's Abdul Shabazz.
And you're going to have him on at right around the 8:10,
Abdul's coming on the show again. I think is his second appearance, or maybe it's his third. I go on his show a lot, so he's coming on. He has an update, and it's really it's a
big update.
It's a big. You guys talked about it a little bit the other day, John, with Amy on the show. But this is a big update from the source himself. So
Wait,
we're
I
going
was
to be in
thinking-
third
sorry.
segment. What's that?
I was thinking of so I said everything we have we owe to Gabe, and everything Gabe has he now owes
To the federal government.
We'll talk more about this.
Yes, Shabazz.
That is a very good.
Yeah.
Temporal.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be my word of the day. I can already tell. Sorry about that. everyone.
Tom Yum Soup and the temporal.
I do like Tom Yum soup.
I don't even. That's the title of the show for sure. It's like-
Tom Yum
Sounds
soup.
disgusting.
That's what Marissa calls Tom when he comes in.
all right.
Tom Yum soup.
Wait,
Heaven.
that's what Marissa calls Tom when he comes. What?
Hello.
Comes home.
Hello. Yes. All right. Move on.
All right.
I know a certain person that listens to every show that's concerned right now.
Tom Yum soup.
Tom Yum Soup. That's fine. I do order the Tom Yum Soup every time. By the way, for those of you that think this is not real, Tom Yum Soup is a very spicy.
I like Tom Yum soup.
It's a zesty soup. It's very spicy. I eat it almost every time.
Would you say
it clears the senses?
Would you say it's a Thai menu item or Chinese?
I think it is. I think it might be Thai.
I don't know.
I think it is Thai soup. What do you think, Joe?
I've never had Thai food.
You never had Tom Yum?
Whoa.
I've never had Tom
Definitely
Yum
not.
soup either. I thought you were joking.
No. Tom Yum soup
Google
is a
it.
real thing.
It's a real thing.
Yes. Tom Yum. See?
Wiki.
Do you just pull
I
it
want
up,
to say
man?
I want to say it's Thai, but I don't know for sure.
I love that there's a soup named after me, and
There we
it's
go.
Yum. It's not Tom Yuck soup. That would
Thailand.
be Tom Yuck soup. Could I have the Tom Yuck soup? I'm going to say that
Doesn't
next
sound
time
as
I go.
good.
Oh, you don't have the Tom Yuck? It's the opposite of Tom Yum.
That was yesterday's special.
Tom
Yeah.
Yam.
Tom Yam.
The
Tom
name
Yum.
Tom Yam.
Oh.
I don't know.
Hey, you know one of the positive things if you're Donald Jr., one of the positive things about Dad becoming president of the United States?
Where do you begin?
There's a lot of ways that your dad could assist you in dumping your girlfriend. I mean, like,
or
think about
fiance for that matter.
your fiance, Kevin. You know what I'm talking about. This is your story, so get into
No,
this.
I love the intro. Go for it.
Well,
This
I'm
is
not
good.
really prepared. I know that. Well, Kimberly Guilfoyle. She was, by the way, married to Gavin Newsom,
Former wife of Gavin Newsom.
right? And then she
Turned
converted,
Fox News.
right? And then she fell in love with Donald Jr. And then they got engaged, and
4 years later.
You think that's what happened? They fell in love?
I don't know. They were a
I think,
thing.
I think Donald probably fell for her, right?
Who knows?
Right?
I mean,
I mean,
she was
aiming. She was aiming, I'm sure. But Donald fell for her, and then like they got engaged, and 4-year engagement. 4 years,
4 years.
dude. That's
Whoa.
too long. It's way too long. What's
You
the
got
proper
either-
length of engagement?
I don't know. I mean, I think young people stay engaged a long time these days.
What's the
but
proper? What's the appropriate length? We're
18
older.
months?
Okay.
2 years?
What do you guys think? 2 years? I think it's way too long.
18 months on the max?
I think 1 year.
Probably like how long have you been with that person before? Probably
Good
factors
call.
into
Like if
it.
you met her 2 weeks before.
Right.
Yeah, you should probably wait a while.
Right.
I think up to 2 years.
Okay.
Especially now, like where it takes a long time to plan a wedding because of the expense of it if you want to do a big one.
And like the COVID rush is still sort of
Yeah,
affecting.
true.
wedding
That
venues.
impacts. Can you
Right.
get your venue?
Okay.
If
But
you're
if you like get married and then you don't have a date and you're like, it's all right, we're young, that's warning signs.
Yeah, and plus Kimberly Guilfoyle, like if you look at her old photos, like when she was married to Gavin Newsom and like a current photo of her,
She
I'm
changed.
not- I don't think it's
It's a
just
lot
like
of
the
Botox.
aging.
A lot of Botox.
It's not
Yeah.
natural aging to
Let's
me.
see them.
Okay. Oh, good. Here,
A lot of
Gavin might have
Botox.
something. Gavin, here he.
Oh,
look
that
at
is
that.
a
Yeah.
different. That's a different woman. And by the way,
Beautiful,
by
by
the
the
way, let's be fair. Gavin Botoxed the shit out of his
Oh
face.
my
Also,
God,
they're
he
two
looks-
different people.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
It's
just,
like, who are these people?
I think Gavin just aged naturally.
Kimberly was smoke show back then, huh?
well, look
Wow.
at this. They're on like a bear cart.
What the world? What
Dude,
the
that
world?
is-
Is that the Christmas card?
By the way, that's back when I met Gavin. Like we like looked a lot alike back in the day. And he was mayor of San Francisco, and I was mayor of Hammond. Obviously, I just got elected, and he had just got elected, and he was doing something crazy back then, marrying gay couples. And I was like, holy crap! Like this guy is so brave.
And that's her now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
She,
a-
Looks
that's-
like a totally different
just
person.
age
Appropriately.
Age well. God
Yeah.
damn, dude.
She probably would have aged very well.
like yeah. That's well.
Look at
Anyway,
those lips.
so anyway, she's a big MAGA, and she's so big a MAGA that she was going to marry Don Jr. and become the if he's the prince, you're the prince's bride.
I
Princess
guess
Bride?
sure. Yeah, the princess.
The princess.
Yeah.
Princess. I always pick. Okay, whatever.
I don't know.
So anyway, she was destined for to be like right in the MAGA world, and now good news, Kimberly, because your beau found another. Is that yeah?
Well, here let's.
They
I mean,
can't hear it.
I was
don't
going
know
to
why
say
it's
that
playing.
the interesting thing is, right? All of a sudden, 4 years was too much for Don Jr., and he dumped her for this socialite, Palm Beach socialite, Bettina Anderson.
Let's see a picture of her.
Patina?
Bettina with a B.
Oh, that's
Bettina.
better.
Bettina.
But
That's a better name.
she's
Bettina
super
Anderson. Yeah, her family is super rich. Palm Beach, like Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, my
She's
Really?
Like she's like a single mom, Mar-a-Lago style.
She's single mom.
Single mom.
Single mom billionaire.
Wow.
She describes herself in her Instagram
Wow.
bio as just your typical stay-at-home mom.
Really?
Only I don't do household chores or have a husband or have kids. Meaning the girl next door,
She doesn't have
Mar-a-Lago's
kids.
version.
Holy crap!
Whoa.
I'm really good at working on pools.
She her Instagram is full of her taking photos in expensive clothing, and
Wow.
she has been seen holding hands with Don Jr.
There they are.
Okay.
There they are. They,
So now Don
there you go.
finds his new princess, and she's independently wealthy and single and hot, and he's got Kimberly.
kind of hanging like, what am I doing with my fiance now?
Yeah, right.
In the Trump style. I mean, let's be honest,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
He's like,
Like
this isn't
father,
going to
like
work.
son.
like father, like
He's
son.
like, I got to do something that's a positive for both. Everybody's going to come out better, including myself. So he says, Dad, I got an idea. Kimberly she loves Greek food. She loves Greek men, and I have an idea, Dad.
Who's the Greek guy she dated?
I don't know. I'm just analyzing what would have happened. And he's like, Dad, let's make Kimberly the ambassador to Greece, and we can get her the fuck out of here, and I can be with my new chick, right? And guess what? Kimberly Guilfoyle is going to be the new ambassador to Greece.
Yes, I saw an interview with her from 2015 where she called Greeks freeloaders, but that was because
Oh, my God.
that was because
She's
of
off to a good start.
that was because of the debt relief package they were
Oh,
getting from
my-
the EU. But
She's going to be welcomed so warmly.
I think actually there's a great tweet from the president-elect about Kimberly. It's like it just reminds me of like a doting ex-father-in-law.
Right.
You know, like
You got to read it.
yeah. Today, I'm very pleased to announce the appointment of Kimberly Guilfoyle as the United States ambassador to Greece.
Get out of here.
For many years, she's been a close friend and ally.
Get out of here.
Extensive experience. She goes on and on and on. She's supremely qualified to represent the U.S. and safeguard its interests abroad.
Get out of here.
Kimberly is perfectly suited to foster strong bilateral relations with Greece, advancing our interests on issues ranging from defense cooperation to trade and economic innovation. Sounds like Don wrote that. Congratulations, Kimberly. And then Don Jr. posts, I'm so proud of Kimberly.
Get out of here.
She loves America, and she always has wanted to serve the country as an ambassador.
Get out of
She'll
here.
be an amazing leader for America First in Athens.
If you read between the lines on all of that, it's I have some weird videos of Don Trump Jr., so you better make me a nice, like, sweet gig somewhere.
Oh my
That could be too.
Yeah, right?
We'll see you.
I love it.
Yeah.
We'll see you at Orthodox Christmas.
Listen, I'm not bitching about the Trump presidency. I'm not.
No,
I'm not. I'm not.
way.
I
I'm
find
not.
this
This is
interesting.
hilarious.
I think this is great.
Thank God for Lockpod. Like, if it wasn't for Lockpod, I would probably be at home just, like, grousing. And now I'm, like, very happy that we're going to have material for the next 4 years.
Yeah,
so we could
it's
do
gonna
another
be good.
20 seasons, Joe.
It's going to be great.
I can't wait.
3 seasons a year, 4 more seasons. We got 12 more seasons of Donald Trump
Oh.
and Donald Trump Jr.
Hey, keep an open mind.
Ambassador Guilfoyle.
Here's one of their first photos again. Don't they look like a great couple? She's on her
And
phone.
she's not. She does not have a lot of Botox. Oh, this is the new. Or
This is the
old?
new.
Oh,
Yeah.
new. Bettina Anderson.
And Junior's putting something in his drink.
I like her. I like the new one.
That's her drink, and that's a roofie.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I like her.
For
I do.
legal reasons,
I
that's a
like this
joke.
new lady.
I like her because she
Good job,
doesn't have
Don.
all the Botox.
Right. She's not a freak. The other one's a freak. He did.
not a freak.
She is.
We don't
not-
know
know
that.
that.
We don't know that.
Well, she looks normal. How about that?
Fair enough.
Like, I mean, you look at Kimberly, you're like, what the?
she looks like a Palm Beach socialite.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
congratulations to Kimberly and to Don Jr.
Hey guys, I know we're going to a lot of concerts this year. Okay, and I have an idea because I'm getting older, and sometimes my bladder is not what it used to be. And this all came about from a long time ago. I don't know if you guys, I'm on TikTok for the weekend.
Make sure you get your
until it's
annual
illegal.
prostate check.
Dude,
And
TikTok isn't going anywhere.
I hope not.
It's
But
not
it
going.
because I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with my time. But like I'm
have
gonna
so
have
much
to,
of it.
I'm gonna have to start working out or something.
Yeah.
I mean, you are mayor during the day.
Yeah, I mean, but like in the meantime, when I'm
yeah.
not playing chess, I could watch TikTok. But so anyway, if you guys remember, there was a young lady at a concert. I think it was like during Lollapalooza. It was Lollapalooza-ish, those summer concerts, and she gets into the front row at like Chapel Roan or something, and you don't want to give up the spot, right? But you've been drinking all day, or out in a parking lot before you got there, and your bladder starts filling up, and you're like in a dilemma. Do I give up my prime real estate, or do I piss on the ground right here, right? So, like, this is not much of a dilemma for Tom McDermott because I'll just cede the real estate, go to the bathroom, and then I'll
I
try
was
to-
gonna ask you, like, what about, like, are you with your friends? Can't they hold your spot? I
Right.
mean,
So this lady had no friends.
Apparently
in this
not.
case. And she pissed right there. She had like a mini skirt on. She pissed right there in the pit.
any video of that, John?
There was video of it. And there was people that shamed her. And I don't know how I feel about this because I'm like, this girl is famous.
I know
for-
how I feel about
No,
it.
it's gross. Okay. But like the public humiliation after sucks also. 'Cause
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. She's like Bartman, except for she pissed on herself. Right.
That's a great
Made up
title. bad we
She's
can't
like
use
Bartman, except she pissed on herself. I like that.
Featuring Abdul Hakim.
Yeah.
Let's
We
not
gotta
use
watch it. Yeah. We gotta
Tom-
watch our
Tom
titles.
Yum
when we,
Soup.
Tom Yum Soup is a good one. Featuring.
Featuring-
Yeah.
By the
That's
way,
not so good either.
everyone's in chat defending Kevin's use of temporal.
Thank
so
you.
check that out
The
later.
temporal.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, and the Tom Yum
Appreciate,
temporal
appreciate
and
my
Tom-
fans.
So anyway, this lady pissed on herself. She got put on TikTok. It went viral over the summer, right? I saw it. It was part of my feed. Okay. So now, as a result of this, there's some entrepreneur out there in America that's like, I got an idea. I got a way to solve this problem. So you could just piss right there and you don't have to give up your ground. And that's where they came up with Liquid Death's adult
great.
pit diaper.
I mean, Liquid Death is good water.
But now they have the adult pit diaper, and this diaper is big. It looks like you could drain an entire bladder into it, right? But it's also got leather and chains on the outside.
an adult bladder.
It's an adult. This is a big man. I think he could entirely unload his bladder in this sucker because it's big, and you look cool because it's got leather
But wait a minute.
and chains on it.
Are you saying this is the only thing you're wearing on your
Correct.
below your
well,
waist?
I mean, I wouldn't do it this way. This is what this guy chose. That's his
Kink.
kink. Yeah, it's a little weird, right?
Whoa.
He's literally wearing a diaper and a half shirt. So like I would not.
First
go
of all, I
with
would
that,
never go with the half shirt. That
No,
would be really
I don't
a
want
bad
people
look
to
on
know
me.
I'm pissing myself. I want people to know like I think I just got a good
My
bladder.
gut would not look good like that. That guy's gut.
I got to be honest. It's times like this where I'm sitting here looking at this picture thinking, what am I doing with my life? What the fuck? It's 7:50 in the morning. I'm looking
Look at that guy's crotch in a leather diaper. Congratulations, John. You've made it.
Sounds like,
Thank you,
fuck,
Gabe Whitley.
Thank you,
That's the day I decided to quit Lockpod.
I'm in hell.
I found myself looking at a man's crotch in a leather diaper at 7:15
Talking
in the
about
morning.
what to do. I gotta-
Wait, who added this to the notes?
That was me.
Tom.
That
Oh
was me.
Tom Yum.
Tom Yum.
Okay, but this is serious though, and it's sold out immediately.
Dude, it's concert season.
It's sold out immediately. Wait, what?
Yes, dude.
It's sold out immediately.
Yeah, look at this. This is from Liquid Death. So
Okay.
it's sold out. This is their Instagram post. And apparently it comes with a pack of Depends. You put like the inserts in the diaper. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
So it's reusable.
That's awesome. So you could keep using the leather over and over again.
Correct.
That's great.
Oh
I'm
my
sure it smells great.
Sold out.
Yep. Sold
I
out.
You
cannot-
could just buy Depends.
It was $75.
Okay, so
Yeah,
here's the
right.
challenge to all our
But it
Lockpod
doesn't look
listeners.
cool, Jill.
You're
Depends does not look cool. This
Nah, if you
looks
just have
freaking
that on.
cool.
You're right.
Yeah.
Here's the challenge to our Lockpod listeners. Find, if you ever see one of these in action at the concert,
Why don't we just have Steve
take
buy
a photo.
one? Why don't we just have Steve buy one?
Yeah.
How about have Steve buy one and wear one at a concert we're with him at?
What do you think that looks like from the back?
Hey, Steve, good news, bad news.
It's in a thong.
Good news,
Is it
you're
a
going
thong?
to
Is it
listen
a
to this.
thong? That would be amazing. It's got to be full ass cover because it's
Assless
got to
chaps.
hold moisture.
Yes, it does.
All right, I'm
The
on
thong
eBay.
does not work. Thong is not good absorbent.
No.
A
That
thong.
would be, wouldn't that be the good news, bad news for Steve? Good news is, hey, Steve, we got you a ticket to the concert.
Yes.
Bad news, you have to wear the pit diaper.
I'll wear it.
Steve would do it.
I think Steve would do it.
He would do it.
So it's $350 on eBay right now.
Hey, man.
I think that's
Let's
a little
wait.
That's
much.
why we work so hard on Lockpod.
Yeah.
You could wear this at the fest.
I'm not
when
sure
you
if
throw
I'm...
the T-shirts.
I love it. I love it. The
Steve,
best.
Steve, as a Hammond police officer, is going to wear that at the
The
fest.
adult pit diaper. It's got leather. I mean, it's sort of consistent with the uniform.
You could probably put a holster on that, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
You probably could.
Yeah, I'm going to look that up. Pit diaper.
You think your brother would
from
do that?
behind.
No, he
No.
would not.
No.
All right, let's go ahead and do some ads. When we come back, we got a Caitlin Clark update.
Yeah, scary update.
Chicago mayor update, and then we're gonna do ads, and then we're coming back. We're gonna have Abdul Shabazz after that in the third segment. Talk a lot about what's going on in Indianapolis right now. New governor took over. Gabe Whitley update. So it's gonna be a good show. Hang with us. Power in Indiana Lake County is our premier studio sponsor. Power in Indiana Lake County is your source for the region's most trusted electricians. At Power in Indiana Lake County, we set the standard for excellence in electrical work. As IBEW Local 697 electrical contractors, we ensure safety, reliability, and quality for Northwest Indiana businesses and homes alike. But our mission goes beyond the job site. We're creating a brighter future for the region we proudly serve. Power in Indiana Lake County, bringing excellence to the job, creating a brighter future for our community. Find the right electrical contractor at poweringindiana.org.
MCR Partners is your one-stop destination for top-notch expertise in economic development, finance, and planning. With a dedicated team geared up to tackle your projects head-on, they're your go-to comprehensive solution providers. Dive into the world of economic development with MCR Partners and let them guide you through the maze of opportunities. Stay in the loop and connected by checking out their website at mcrpartnersllc.com. For tailored assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to Matt Reardon at 219-741-9511.
Misprint Printing. Elevate your brand with Misprint, the premier printing and sign solution in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana with a 30-year legacy of excellence. Their experienced team, led by Rick Baltonsberger, combines innovation and technology to deliver top-quality signs, metal business cards, and printing, always on time and within budget. Conveniently located in Munster and Hammond, Misprint is your partner for creating impactful visual solutions using the latest innovation and technology. Visit them at misprintusa.com to bring your vision to life today. Thank you, Teresa, for the emergency print job you did for me last week.
Frankie V's. This is going to be a location to hang out for the Notre Dame game, by the way. I know they're doing
I
a big
actually
Notre Dame.
may go by
I was
there.
thinking the same thing.
Watch
actually.
party, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, a little
Yes.
watch party. Thank you, Joe, for that
But like
buzzword.
watch party with good food.
Yeah.
More importantly, like
Yes.
Frankie V's has got the restaurant. It's a great bar.
Great pizza.
right there, and then they're going to be playing the game, and it's like highly visible, cooking good food. So
Little secret. One of my go-tos there is the Caesar salad. Very good.
Yeah,
Really good.
Good. No need to dress up. It's a casual place. Bring the whole family. We have plenty of space. A hidden gem in Hammond. You don't have to drive far. Delicious food, great service, and yes, a full bar. Try our homemade pizza chips, Italian beef, sausage, marinara, and more. We have delicious pizza, pasta, and Italian foods galore. Don't go where they don't remember you. It's just not the same. Come to Frankie V's where everybody really knows your name. Visit us today at thefrankiev's.com for daily specials, full menu, and hours.
Cantrell and Cantrell, attorneys at law. Are you injured or in trouble with the law? Give Cantrell and Cantrell a call and schedule your consultation with someone who's in court and at the jail every day. Call John Cantrell at 219-554-4LAW or visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com. John and his wife Kristen make a great team and are waiting to hear from you.
Tortillas Nuevo Leon is the gold standard in Mexican cuisine across the Midwest. Look for Tortilla Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia. De todo corazón.
Thanks to our sponsors,
including our studio sponsor, Power in Indiana, Lake County. And thank you to one of our New York listeners, Lynn, for defending me.
Hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandma. I got to stop
And
calling
she's a
her.
teacher,
Hi,
by the
Mom.
way. There you go.
I'm always talking to Grandma Lynn like I have the kids around. Like I have the kids right there. I'm like, hey, talk to Grandma Lynn about it, you know? And then, like, she calls in the lockpot and I say that. I'm sure she really appreciates it.
I just said Lynn.
Love you, babe.
I said one of our New
Love
York
you.
listeners.
Hope you guys are doing great out there. I'm not sure what the weather's like in New York right now.
Can't be. Well, today it's warm here, but it's
God,
going to be.
It is warm here.
By the way,
Polar vortex this weekend.
-3.
I know.
MLK March morning.
course.
MLK Candlelight Vigil.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
We do an
-3.
outdoor walk every year. It could be like 40 degrees, 40 degrees, 40 degrees. MLK's birthday, -10. Like, it does it every freaking year, man. It's going to be the same way this year. 0 when we take off. 0.
Is it to commemorate his birthday, or is this just MLK Day?
Because it's the same day every year, but it's always the 3-day weekend, so it's never on his birthday, right? It's the weekend of his
I didn't even
birthday.
realize his birthday was around.
But,
the
like,
day.
it's always a 3-day weekend.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
So it's like, it's his birthday, but it's
It
like.
is. I didn't know that.
But it's got to be flexible.
Sure.
'cause- Right.
I just didn't know like he was
But
born
it's always
in January. Or
his
something.
birthday
He's
is the
like
15th.
Jesus. Nobody knows when his birthday is.
We know that one, actually.
January 15th.
John, his birthday is around that.
January 15th.
Oh, there you go.
15th. And what day is MLK actually
This year is
celebrated?
the 20th.
See, yeah. So
Is it like
it's
the
flexible.
third Monday?
Third Monday.
Yeah. Right by the Super Bowl. Or right by National Championship, the way it works out now.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And Inauguration Day. this
And
year.
Inauguration Day. So, yeah, bundle up, everybody. Hey, one of the prices to fame is you get these weirdos that have easy access to you now through the internet and through social media. And obviously, right here in Indiana, famous people are no exception. And one of the most famous people that lives in the state of Indiana, for sure, it's developed within the last year, is Caitlin Clark, former University of Iowa basketball player, now Indiana Fever, famous worldwide superstar.
Yeah.
And she lives here in Indiana, and I'm a huge fan. I love her.
I don't want to say like singly responsible for bringing the WNBA to a new level, but it's pretty close.
I would say it's a pretty
It is.
accurate statement.
Yes.
Right? I know that some of the ladies in the WNBA hate to hear that, but it's a fact.
She definitely brought a whole new crowd of people over to the WNBA this year.
I know
last
2
year.
NBA players. Maybe
Two
3.
NBA
maybe
ones.
WNBA players.
Oh, wow.
I know Caitlin. I know that Tarasi lady.
Wow.
Right? And then Griner.
Griner, yes. You mean like...
I know I'm through news, though.
Oh, you mean like you
I
know
know
their
of.
name. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I know Griner and
Right.
Caitlin Clark, and I
Right.
apologize.
Tarasi, right?
Yeah,
Diana.
She was on,
Diana.
Diana.
Diana
She
Taurasi.
played in
She's
the
on the UConn,
Olympic
right?
team. She played on the Olympic team, if I remember. That's why.
I'd have been hard-pressed to
Probably.
remember her, though.
See? I
Yeah.
know 3. And, like, now I know of more. I know team names now.
I know
because
team names like the Las Vegas Aces.
I know the Indiana Fever, which I don't think is a good name for a team,
No.
right?
Fever?
Yeah,
I like
'cause
it. It's kind of like,
But it came.
hot,
I mean,
you're
right,
hot,
it was
sweating.
not. That was not funny during COVID.
No.
Like you
That's
picture
true.
dying people
The
when I
Fever.
talk about the
Did
team.
they exist during COVID?
Right. So anyway, we're like getting off on a tangent today,
Yeah.
like ADD.
What's Chicago's team? The Sky.
The Chicago Sky. Oh,
Yeah,
I know
who's
that one lady.
Yeah.
What's her name?
The hater.
From LSU.
Reese.
Yeah.
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese.
Reese, yes.
See? Okay, we know
Good
4
job,
people.
John.
Good
I
job.
still don't care about the WNBA.
Oh.
I like it. I like it because I just like to see the ladies doing well. And I don't like the NBA, so
I don't either.
I like
Right.
the NBA.
I do not.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Caitlin Clark is famous. We've established that fact now with this little bullshit session we just had. And
Certified.
So
She's
lockpot,
certified.
isn't it?
yeah, we laid the foundation appropriately, right, Kevin? Okay, so she's famous. Thank you. We all take it. So being famous, you also get these
man.
freaking crazy bastards coming after you, and one of them is a man named Michael Thomas Lewis, who is a
he
55-year-old. He's my age.
Mm.
Yeah, and he is in love.
Looks older than you.
I know, because I mean, I take care of myself. You know? It's like a lot of hard work over
Are
here.
all people with 3 names like killers and crazy people?
You
Like
notice that?
John Wayne Gacy.
So if I ever turned into a murderer, they'd be
Will
like
Smith.
Thomas Matthew McDermott Jr. Like,
Yeah, you're right.
But like nobody
that
ever
sounds
goes,
scarier.
I know. I should go with that more often.
Kevin Chandler Smith.
Ooh.
Oh shit, dude.
Yes,
Yeah.
Throw away the
Nah.
key.
So anyway, Michael Thomas Lewis is stalking. This is not funny though.
No.
He's accused of repeated and continued harassment of the 22-year-old Clark beginning December 16th. The Marion County Prosecutor's Office wrote in a court filing. They said Lewis behaved very erratically in his first court appearance and at times appeared to be laughing and joking while noting that he had not been taking his medication. So
All right,
we have a video of
Yes,
this.
we do. Let's play this real quick. Here he is coming into Marion County Court in Indianapolis.
I don't hear
Morning,
it.
Mr. Lewis.
Guilty.
No, sir.
So he just
I didn't hear
immediately
that.
said-
You guys
Guilty as
Yeah, we can hear it.
charged.
Is he
My
the
headphones
third
aren't
Kelsey
working, John.
brother? He looks exactly like.
For some reason, this audio is only on one track. So
Okay, I didn't hear it,
Unfortunately.
but that's
1
fine.
year.
I know what he says.
Yeah.
He walks in the courtroom and says, guilty
No.
as charged.
And then the
Right.
judge's like, no,
Sir?
hold
Yeah.
on.
This is initial hearing.
So
we are not.
prosecutors said they're seeking a higher than standard bond because Lewis traveled from his home in Texas to Indianapolis with the intent to be in close proximity to Caitlin Clark. Lewis was ordered held on a $50,000 bond, and if the bond is posted, he would be required to wear an ankle monitor and remain in Indiana.
Even though he shouted out guilty as charged, the court gave him a not guilty plea to allow his lawyer to talk with him and told him to remain silent.
Do they always put the size of the garments on the back of the?
Guess depends on what county you're in.
The
Maybe
what?
that
But
some
why,
do,
though?
some don't.
They put what on there?
Like it says 2XL on the
Oh,
back
really?
of
That
his.
does suck.
Like why though?
I know, right?
What purpose does it serve?
It makes it easier for
Easier on the rack.
But like, that is sort of, it's humiliating a little bit. And not just that. What if I'm like,
8XL.
what if I'm puny?
What if you're like really big?
What if he's like XL,
medium.
extra small? And these guys are like, I'm gonna freaking
yeah.
pound that little.
Where's
extra
that
small.
XS, man?
I'm
gonna
gonna
find that
I'm
little.
gonna eat him for lunch. It's like, dude, that's not cool.
I wonder how many XLs
You're like,
it goes
hi,
up to.
I order a medium next week. I think.
That's discriminatory.
I can
Someone's
fit in
gonna
a
sue.
large. I know I can fit in a large.
Yes, they screwed me. They gave me the medium, but I'm really large.
Did you say I'm going to pound that little XL?
Yeah, right.
XS.
Title.
XS.
XS. Yeah.
Extra.
All right. So anyway, that sucks about Caitlin. But I know the Marion County prosecutor well, Ryan Mears. He's a badass, and he's not going to take this shit. Like he is no nonsense. And one thing I know about Marion County, Indianapolis, and we know the mayor, comes on Lockpot a lot. I know that they love Caitlin Clark in Indianapolis, and they are not going to take this shit well. Like they're not going to take this shit well.
Couple things I think
Indianapolis loves that lady.
The point to this, the FBI was involved right away, so that's also shows you the seriousness they're taking it with.
Good.
Also, interesting that like his IP addresses came back to the public library. That's always a little bit
And
of
a hotel
free internet.
and a hotel in downtown.
Yep. And one of his posts on X said, "I've got one foot on a banana peel and the other on a stalking charge."
Right.
So that was.
Hey,
He knew what he was doing.
Why don't we punt on this one to the next show, Kev? We can do
Oh,
ads, and
we're
then we
getting
can roll
close.
into Abdul.
Yeah,
You wanna-
absolutely, sure.
Yeah, because we have. Unless you want to do it real quick, it might
No,
be.
we can do Abdul if you think we're running on time. I know he said 8:15, 8:10. So
Okay,
what do you want to do?
let's go ahead. Let's do this one real quick. It's a quick story.
Yeah, so this came up recently. There was a poll in Chicago for Chicago voters in like November, and Brandon Johnson, who's had a little bit of a rough go, I guess, to be polite, had a 70% disapproval rating, and even maybe more crazy is a 15% approval rating. So like, you figure like he's got supporters out there, and yet he was just at 15%. There's a Democratic legislator from Chicago actually that floated a bill this year at the Illinois House, which would allow a recall of the Chicago mayor.
Whoa.
And and it sets out the parameters and how you do it. You have to have a couple aldermen. You have to have so many signatures from each ward. You have to, and by the way, it's just a pure majority, 50% plus one, and you're out.
Wow.
Now, interestingly enough, this legislator actually has floated it every year since 2015. The same bill. Yes. So that's the untold story. It wasn't like she just went to pick on Brandon Johnson.
So like she was floating it against all Chicago mayors since then.
Since 15, yeah.
Gotcha.
So and that's what she said.
Just so happens this time it's actually getting traction.
Yeah, she said, it's weird. I've floated this since 15, but now it's getting traction. I don't necessarily have anything against Mayor Johnson, but I float this every year.
I didn't think this was going anywhere, to be honest with you.
Well, that was what was funny because she said she said that I have nothing against Mayor Johnson, but I've done this every year and it's got traction. So we'll see what happens. We'll follow it. I doubt it. I mean, the one thing I thought was weird was only about the Chicago mayor, not like any mayor in Illinois.
Right.
So,
well, keep in mind the leader of a country, Trudeau, announced he wouldn't run again when he found out he had pretty much this exact same
numbers.
Really?
Disapproval numbers, yeah. So
we'll see what happens. I don't know. Brandon Johnson's got to turn it around because everyone I talk to that I know that lives in Chicago does not like the guy.
I'll be honest with you. I don't like recall. I think recall makes government unstable.
Yeah.
And government can't be unstable.
Well, it's like when they were going after Gavin Newsom. It was so stupid.
Well, they're going to go after him again.
I'm sure.
For sure. Right?
Yeah, I would think.
Do you agree with that, Joe?
Is he termed out?
They have to. I don't think California governors are termed out.
Okay.
Because
I don't know.
Gary Brown was there forever. Or maybe he did bounce out. I don't know. Being honest with you.
Bounced out, bounced back in.
Right. Bounce out, bounce back in. Right. Like did 8 years, took 4 years off, did 8 years again kind of thing.
Yeah, John, that's a good, interesting question. Are California governors termed out? What does Google tell us?
As a general rule, I agree with Tom, though.
What?
The recall stuff.
I do, too.
But this is... Why does Chicago keep making these mistakes, man?
Well,
that's
voters make mistakes all the time, John. Look at Gary, what's going on with Calumet Township
Look
right
in the
now.
country.
But like in Calumet Township, they've had 4 in a row get in trouble, right? 4 in a row. So the voter
2 in a row for sure.
3 in a row for sure.
3 in a row for sure. Okay.
Okay. So 3. Let's just say 3 in a row then. So 3 in a row are indicted and hauled off to federal prison, right? And the voters keep returning people back that get in trouble. So like voters make mistakes, guys. Like we operate with a group mentality. Like the good guy doesn't always win in politics. Right, Kevin?
That's right. The good guy doesn't always win.
No, that's part of the game. That's why it sucks. It's like in poker. You know what? In poker, you may have pocket aces, and they may flop an ace, and you're like, oh, my God, I can't lose. You can still lose. You get screwed in poker. You have a bad beat, right? That happens in life, too. It happens in career. It happens in elections.
Politics.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What's the answer, John?
Yeah, California, 2-term limit. 2 terms.
So similar to Indiana.
Yeah. 2 4-year terms.
Okay.
According to this
And
website.
Gavin's in his first term?
No, I thought he was second.
Is it?
I
Well,
thought so.
Yeah, he's going to get recalled, right? He's going to have to fight for his life just to finish the term. Because just think about the Republicans. They know that Gavin wants to run for president. So if you have this guy fighting for his life just to keep his freaking job as governor, like there's no way he's going to be able to bounce off of that and become president. And Gavin already had to fend off 1 recall too, right?
Yeah, he did. And
Yeah.
did it fine.
He did. It was his first term.
And it was a total blowout.
You're
Like,
right.
it wasn't
But like
close.
it wasn't, he had to fight it.
Yeah.
Dude,
'Cause that's when John had his Kanye West hat for, or no, what was it? Was it Kanye?
No.
No. It was who was that? That hat you had?
Oh,
What was
Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn for governor.
Yeah, that aged really well.
I'm not wrong often, but I was wrong on that one.
Didn't she kill somebody?
Maybe.
Yeah, she did, actually. It was a car crash.
It was a car crash.
But
yeah.
still, she did.
John wore the hat.
I mean, if you kill somebody in a car crash, you probably shouldn't run for public office. I think we'd all agree on that.
That's
You
the
could be
line.
like,
I don't know.
huh?
That's
Depends
the
on the
line.
circumstances.
I'm going to go out there right
It depends
now
on the circumstances.
and knock the hell out of this wood.
I mean, if you kill someone in a car crash, doesn't always mean it's your fault.
I agree, but it's not a good look.
Yeah,
Even
but
if
I-
it's not your fault. I know,
it's not
man.
your fault.
Okay, all right. It's not a general rule. It's
Right.
it's not a
Thank you.
thumb rule. It's just all right.
If someone
Anyway,
runs out in front of your car, you can't do anything about it.
let's do some ads. We got
Which is what happened.
a great guest
I
waiting.
don't know. Yeah. Anyway.
We got a great Abdul Hakim-Shabazz. He's a radio commentator. He is a teacher, a university professor. He's a great
He's
man.
been a guest on
he was
Live Pod
he was a
before.
candidate for mayor of Indianapolis
Todd Rokita's excluded him from press conferences.
He's an important person, and he's coming on Lockpod. And he's going to tell us an update about Gabe Whitley. He's going to tell us what's going on down in Indy, give us some insight on what's going on with the new governor. It's going to be a good interview, so hang with us. But first, I want to talk to you about Calumet Brewing. Because whether you're taking part in Dry January or looking for a great tasting beer without the buzz, try the new Michelob Ultra Zero with only 29 calories and 0 alcohol. Zero is an easy drinking, non-alcoholic light lager with a great taste of Michelob Ultra that you know and love. The subtle citrus aroma combines with a refreshingly crisp and clean finish, making Zero the perfect beer choice to ring in the new year and keep those resolutions on track. Michelob Ultra Zero joins the fastest growing family of beers and supports your active lifestyle and your health and wellness goals with zero regrets. Head over to CalBrew or the Michelob Ultra websites and social media pages for details on this great family of beers. Enjoy the Michelob Ultra family with beers and cheers responsibly.
For decades, the Ron J. Prestomer Insurance Agency has been located right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all your insurance needs. The Prestomer Agency specializes in a wide range of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and much more. The Prestomer Agency serves thousands of people and businesses throughout Chicagoland and the Midwest. Call Ron or Ronnie today at 219-844-0103. They're here to protect what matters most to you.
Byway Brewing is a family-friendly microbrewery with a spacious tap room and outdoor patio, serving its award-winning craft beer, a chef-driven food menu, and craft cocktails on draft. Their brewing equipment and production facility offer a unique backdrop for events like bridal showers, reunions, or corporate parties. With their new food truck, they can cater to your corporate and private events off-site just off of 8094 and the Kennedy Avenue South exit. Discover more at bywaybrewing.beer.
Are you facing legal challenges and don't know where to turn? Look no further than Kuklaka's Law, your trusted source for legal advice in Indiana and Illinois. Are you struggling with immigration paperwork? Need a visa, green card, or help with naturalization? Kuklaka's Law is here to guide you every step of the way. Our attorneys have the experience to guide you through the complex processes of family immigration, humanitarian relief, and naturalization with ease. Don't face immigration challenges alone. Call Kuklaka's Law at 219-671-6347 to schedule a free consultation. Hablamos español.
When you want the best for your home and family, trust the best in the business, Rogers Roofing. Rogers Roofing has transformed homes in Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland for more than 55 years, providing quality roofing, siding, gutters, and windows, all backed by the best warranties in the industry. To learn more and to schedule your free consultation, visit rogersroofing.com or call 219-933-9145 today. That's rogersroofing.com or 933-9145. And remember, at Rogers Roofing, excellence is expected every time.
Thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad and proud to introduce Indie Politics publisher, friend, and great Hoosier, Abdul Hakim-Shabazz. Great to see you, sir.
Hey, thank you, my friend. Always good to talk with you guys. And by the way, I'm also from the great state of Illinois, too. So
I was
with all the recent talk with the speaker, wanted to annex, wanted to assimilate several Illinois counties. It's been an interesting time down here.
Yeah, it didn't go well with J.B. Pritzker. He didn't take too kindly to that idea.
Too kindly.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
And also, looking at the counties that the state of Indiana will want to annex, I think you guys got enough problems already. I don't think you need those people, trust me.
How's it going down there, Abdul?
Not bad at all. Just we were in Mexico over New Year's Eve and after Christmas, so I left 80 degrees and sunny skies for 8 feet of snow and 8-degree weather. So
wow,
welcome back to the Hoosier capital, where I know it's busy this time of year with the legislature in sessions and a new governor.
Yes.
So, your friend, the Attorney General, Todd Rokita, just got another 4 years. So you got 4 more years of fun dealing with that madness there.
He did get 4 more years. He was reelected, yes, but still he's got some hearings coming up this spring on his disciplinary commission related issues.
It's interesting though that Marissa, I was talking to Judge Marissa about this, and she pointed out that Todd proposed some changes to the disciplinary process.
He did.
Which is very interesting because he's, as Abdul pointed out, he's in the process of a disciplinary complaint, but he is also the Attorney General for the state of Indiana, and it's an interesting dynamic if he wants to change the process.
Well, I mean, the rules are set by the Supreme Court, right? So that's who gets to choose.
But, I mean, that's a pretty heavy influence, right, coming from the Attorney General for the state?
Well, I would say any Attorney General except for that Attorney General.
Okay, so I agree with you on that. Right.
Well, we're here to talk a little bit about one of our favorite people here on Lockpod, Gabe Whitley, one of your favorite people, Abdul. And just a little background, Gabe Whitley, of course, is this gentleman from southern Indiana who decided to do a pro-Trump parade outside of Mayor Tom's house a while ago.
That's how we met him.
That's how we met him. And then he started kind of ripping you during the Senate race a bit. He ran for Congress. He's been now convicted of a federal crime as far as campaign finance goes. And, of course, Abdul's had him in court due to some issues that Abdul's had with him.
Well, he straight defamed you, right, Abdul?
Yes, he called me a pedophile and child rapist.
And that's not true,
that's
obviously.
it?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what he did last year, and he just did it again this year.
He's like Trump.
Yeah, repeated his outrageous, ridiculous allegations and charges. So I had to sue him a second time for another defamation lawsuit. And apparently he had these like yard signs, but I don't know if they were real yard signs or sort of digitally created yard signs and sort of put on the forefront of schools, saying Abdul's a pedophile. Watch out for your children.
Oh my
What?
God!
Like that's next level stuff.
And here's the fun thing, Tom. One of the signs, we live on the west side of Indianapolis, near I-74 and 38th Street. This yard sign was in his neighborhood on the Near East Side. It's like, okay, if you're going after a child pedophile, wouldn't you want the thing to be in the child pedophile's neighborhood, not in your?
Mm-hmm. Protect the children.
Oh my goodness!
Wait, was this after you sued him the first time that he did the yard?
So-
Oh my!
How stupid is this guy?
So wait, Abdul, last time we had you on, you had just kind of scored a victory in court, I remember, and I was trying to remember what exactly that was, and kind of maybe you could tell our audience where you were in that litigation and then what's happened since then.
Sure, yeah. This is the first time he called me a pedophile. And by the way, Gabe Whitley has a strange obsession with pedophiles, which kind of makes me wonder about some other things.
Agree. Right.
It's the old joke that people who kind of protest, me think the gentleman does protest too much.
Right.
But that's just me thinking out loud.
Right. Not saying anything. We're just saying, you know.
So I sued him in district court here in Marion County. He never showed up, never answered anything. So I won a default judgment. Tom, as you know this, it was a summary judgment because when asked for his admissions, if you don't respond to a certain amount of time, then your admissions are considered, you admit them.
Uh-huh.
And since he never did that, and this is a little bit of the lawyer weeds here, but since he didn't respond, my questions were considered answered, like he admitted them, and so I filed a motion for a summary judgment and ended up winning a $400,000 judgment.
When do you get to execute on
$100,000 in
that?
actual damages, another $300,000 in punitive damages.
You got to be kidding! You got $700,000.
No, 400 total.
400 total.
Okay, 100 and
first
300.
lawsuit.
Have you tried to execute on that judgment yet?
Actually, yes. I do some eviction, rental landlord stuff down here, and the firm I do the things collection division.
He messed with the wrong guy, obviously. I mean, people forget Abdul's an attorney. It's like, and a private citizen, by the way. Like, that's the thing is, in politics, first off, if he called me that, even if being a mayor, I would do the same thing you did, Abdul, because it's so out of bounds to call somebody.
Even as a public figure, I think.
Even as a
and in this case, it was default.
And it's so, and it's default, right. But even if he shows up, and it's so out of character, it's so ridiculous that it's just not the kind of thing you could say. You know?
Well, it's per se, right? Defamation if you commit.
Yeah, true.
Whenever you accuse someone of a crime,
per se defamation.
That's defamation per se.
Yeah.
And to call somebody a child pedophile and child rapist, that's kind of a crime.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So that was the first time. Then he did it again on the second go around. This young woman, she's down here. She's running for county chairperson here in Marion County for the Republican Party. Whitley doesn't like her, and so he's like, "Hey, she's been endorsed and supported by another child rapist, pedophile, blah blah blah." Like, okay, really? Again,
crap. You're gonna own this guy.
So between that and the fake and the yard signs he did. Basically saying Abdul's a child rapist, we had to sue him again. So this time, actually, I'll double the ante. I sued him for $1 million in defamation, another $4 million in punitive damages. So
you're
like
gonna own his house in Evansville.
Yeah,
you're gonna be able to. You're gonna be able to move to Vanderburgh County.
That's where he is now.
Oh, he lives in Marion County now.
Yes.
Didn't know that.
Congrats.
Okay. So have you done usually when you get a judgment, you do a proceeding supplemental, citation, et cetera, et cetera. Have you been able to get him into court to testify as to his assets?
Not yet, but ironically, he has enough proceeding supplementals out there, like several of them. I mean, you want to talk about somebody who's a big believer in using the Marion County judicial system. Gabe Whitley has been, his nickname is Defendant.
Wow.
in a lot of this stuff, because he's had tons of judgments against him. a lot of proceeding supplementals. So
he's gonna go BK,
we're
right?
just another proceeding supplemental. We have to get in line with everybody else.
I mean, he's gonna go BK at the end of the day, probably, right?
If he does, he'll be behind bars.
Right.
Well, and plus, you cannot. There are some things you cannot discharge in bankruptcy, including punitive damages.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Abdul, real quick question: could you update our audience? As I know, Gabe's had some other maybe bigger, people would characterize bigger issues going on, maybe in the federal courthouse down in Indianapolis.
Yes. I found out earlier this week. I was just on the federal website where you can check litigation. And so I check every once in a while just to make sure if there's something new out there. And then I found out that Gabe Whitley pled guilty to federal campaign finance fraud because this was, once again last year.
When he ran for Congress.
He filed he said he raised like $400,000 and when he ran for Congress in the 7th Congressional District, which nobody believed. And a good friend of mine, his wife, she actually went through his campaign finance reports and found like all this fraudulent stuff in there. And so I sent it to Zach Myers, the former U.S. attorney, like, hey, Zach, Merry Christmas. Indiana may have a George Santos related issue. And then next thing you know,
it is exactly the same as George Santos, right?
Yeah, he lied.
He's making up money going in.
Correct.
Usually they're taking money out. That's usually what people get in trouble for. But in this case, he was making up the money going in
to try to show that he had a real campaign. Like he kept saying that he made $100,000 or $200,000 loan to the campaign, which never existed.
Yeah, because if he had that kind of money, he wouldn't live in the neighborhood where he does. So,
well, you own that house now, so
yeah, unless you're a drug dealer, and Bob Kern wouldn't necessarily have been your roommate either, which is a whole nother story for a whole nother time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so he pled guilty last week, and his sentencing hearing is on the 28th, a week from today, I think.
So if I was his lawyer, Abdul, I'd be like, dude, you're going to jail, right? So just file BK. Put everybody's lawsuits against you in the BK, right? Go to jail, serve your time, and when you come out, you'll be a felon, but like you'll come out clean. You're not going to owe all this money. You're not going to have these judgments, right, Kev?
I would be curious on whether all of it's dischargeable. I know the punitives for sure aren't. I'm not sure about defamation claims, but
yeah, I did some research on that, and the actual damages can be discharged in bankruptcy. Punitive damages, you got to have a really, really, really good reason to discharge punitive damages in a bankruptcy, because 9 out of 10 times punitive damages aren't allowed to be dischargeable.
Yeah.
Hey, Abdul,
and the logic and rationale being, just real quickly here, if you could discharge punitive damages in bankruptcy, where's the penalty for the wrongdoer?
Right.
Yeah, it encourages that type of behavior.
Well, it's like you can't do drunk driving debts. You can't do like student loans and stuff like that, right?
There are other things that you can't discharge.
Right. So could we shift gears and talk about the new governor's administration?
Sure.
What's your feeling? I mean, how do you think that Indiana's going to change in the next year, in the next couple of years with the Braun administration?
I think every governor has their own sort of fingerprint on everything. I mean, Mitch Daniels, transformed the government. Mike Pence, Eric Holcomb, now Mike Braun. So it'll be interesting to see what Braun actually does. I know Braun's bringing a lot of his sort of business background into things to streamline government, make it more efficient, make it more transparent. He signed a number of executive orders the other day to sort of do that. He's got some really good agency heads. He's got a lot of people from Mitch Daniels, some from Mike Pence, some sort of brand new. And I think overall he'll do fine. Obviously, he's going to stumble every once in a while because, like I said, no one's really prepared to be governor. I mean, you sort of kind of learn, on the job. It's kind of like being president. Are you really qualified? Well, We'll see once you get sworn in and start governing. So I think for the most part, he'll do well. He's got a friendly legislature that wants the governor to succeed. Obviously, they'll have some differences because even though the state is run by Republicans, different people sort of have different ideas on things. But I think Indiana, for the most part, will be fine. I think the one tricky part for Braun will be is what does Micah Beckwith do, the lieutenant governor candidate, religious conservative. I know Micah personally for years. I think he's a good guy, but he's got some ideas that may not necessarily fit in line with what Mike
You think
Braun
that
wants.
dynamic's going to work? Is Micah going to play the game? Because usually lieutenant governors shut the hell up and let the governor lead the agenda. Is Micah that kind of guy?
I don't think so.
Right. I agree with you. That's the thing I think is going to be interesting to see if Micah falls in line or if he tries to be this independent voice that's lieutenant governor.
Exactly. And I know there's already some legislation out there to sort of take I do know that they sort of reorganized the state government to sort of remove some of Micah Beckwith's the things that the lieutenant governor was sort of responsible for, sort of back under the purview of the governor
Interesting.
himself.
Oh wow, that's interesting. I read you said that's actually legislation pending, Abdul, or is that an executive order?
A little bit of both. There was legislation introduced that would remove the Department of Agriculture from under the lieutenant governor and put it back under the governor, which technically it already was. But that's sort of in the rules committee right now, where things just sort of go to hang out in zombie land for a while.
Another change of gear. You know, the Indiana Democrats right now, Mike Schmuel, the chairman of the party, announced that he's not going to run for re-election. Obviously, Kevin and I were really close to the former Chairman Mike. And it's interesting now to see the people coming forward that want to lead the Democratic Party. What are you hearing about that, Abdul?
I'm hearing a number of different, here, Destiny Wells.
Destiny, right.
Is a candidate. Jennifer McCormick is a candidate.
Yeah, she formerly ran for governor.
Yeah, the gentleman, he's a former Allen County Democratic chairperson. I can't remember his name.
Derek, good guy. Allen County chair.
And there's one other person there whose name escapes me right now.
I think it's Karen Talion.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I've heard of
Karen. Yeah, Karen from. That's interesting. It's like just seems like there's a lot going on down there right now. You know, Kevin and I are real close to Mayor Hogshead. We talk to him a lot. It just seems like there's a lot swirling around in Indy right now.
Oh, there's always something going on in Indianapolis. Unfortunately, most of it is still unsolved.
Yeah. So.
Well, it's great having you on, Abdul. I mean,
yeah, man. Abdul's got a compact morning. We promised to get him off the air by a certain time, and you know we got you on early. And I just really appreciate you coming on, and I love your show, dude. But by the way, you're also doing the cheat sheet still, right?
Oh yeah, the cheat sheet paid for my vacation to Mexico this past year.
So how do people find the cheat sheet, Abdul?
Just go to my main website, indypolitics.org. You'll see a picture of me holding a cigar and a martini lifting up the Capitol Dome.
Yep.
And you'll see a little button that says subscribe.
Yep.
And it's basically $50 every 6 months of change, and get it now before the prices go up, because my spider sense tells me they're probably going to go up sometime this spring. Because hey, I got to deal with inflation too, just like everybody else.
Bidenomics even affects the cheat sheet, man.
Hey, my cigars and martini prices, they still keep going up. So
and your trips to Mexico. I mean, you got to pay for next year's.
This shit ain't cheap, man. So. Abdul,
exactly.
thanks for.
Oh, I did have one quick question for you folks before I let you go here.
Sure.
Any reaction to the Speaker Todd Houston's thought to invite Illinois counties to join?
Yeah, I mean,
Indiana. So what was
I knew it was never going to happen. Obviously,
what is this?
That whole thing. That's what we were talking about when we were coming in. Is Todd Houston, the Speaker of the House in Indiana, signaled that he wanted 6 counties in Illinois that were saying they want to secede from the state to come into Indiana, and they're very rural, by the way. It would certainly help.
We need more Democratic votes, not less.
We need more Democratic.
As we call them in Illinois, we call them hill jacks.
Yeah, right. So like, it's going to help solidify the Republican supermajority
As if
even
they need
more.
any help.
I know. It's like, come on, dude, give us a shot here. So yeah,
Exactly.
I mean,
all right, just want to get your thoughts, my friend. I know they tried to do this with Michigan a while back. They tried to survey the line and
hey, man.
Yeah, I remember that.
If we can get New Buffalo into Indiana, I think that's a good move, personally.
Nice. It would hurt their marijuana industry. But...
I would want to bring that industry into us
that
also.
goes too.
And I guess the other thing too is because Illinois has legalized marijuana. So does that mean does legalization go away? Does it stay?
That's one reason they wouldn't come over.
I agree.
They enjoy their gummies. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Hey, always a pleasure, Tom. Anytime, my friend.
Thanks, Abdul. It's good to see you, man. Take care.
Thanks,
All right, Abdul. Take care. Woo! We did it.
Yeah,
we pulled
got him out right at
8:30. We did good.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
It's nice to have Abdul on. He's a voice, really in the mix in Indianapolis. So when you hear from him, you know he's got the news.
The cheat sheet that we were talking about.
It's solid.
You'll see stuff in there it goes public like
I was
3 weeks
say,
later.
weeks before it actually hits.
You got like the inside track when you get the cheat sheet, and it's like you'll read stuff in there that the newspapers would never touch.
And I would say right. And I would say in some instances the newspaper never does touch it.
Right.
Like it never hits the Indy Star, right?
He probably has trouble getting insurance, I imagine.
I don't know.
Man, dude, this Gabe, I got to be honest, like you see when Gabe was running for stuff or even when he was doing the rally in front of your house, you see him, and I've always had like a bit of a soft spot for him, despite how, but I
don't hate the guy.
But this dude,
Oh no, he's
This
fucked.
is
You know what it
crazy.
reminded me
I don't have a
of?
soft spot for Gabe after that. I mean, not well. I
The-
don't even
the
know if I did before.
pedophile
He was like
thing.
yeah, dude, that's fucked up.
Holy,
That's fucked
to
up.
do it
You can't-
again, dude.
He's a dummy, man. I mean, he just seems like a lovable loser, but you can't fucking do that, man. You can't call somebody a pedophile.
No.
And by the way, Abdul is like not a politician. So like, even if you called me a pedophile, I'd sue your ass too. But I think my case is a lot harder than Abdul's.
I
right?
don't know. I mean, Abdul's a public figure in my opinion. I mean,
Okay.
I think,
But still
same
you can't call
standard.
him. You can't call him that.
And I mean, didn't fight it. He was defaulted.
Right.
So we never even got to the legal issue.
Right.
But yeah, now he's got a $400,000 judgment that apparently he doesn't care about.
You know what it reminded me of was remember
Because he's filed for bankruptcy.
when those kids in like Thailand got stuck in a cave?
Yes.
Yes.
And Elon called the main diaper
Yeah.
like a. I think Elon had to
Elon's
settle.
fucking
And
stupid too.
I think Elon got a judgment in that too.
Oh, of course.
Elon got a judgment
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
against
Dude,
him?
No.
I wish
sorry.
Elon would call me a pedophile. That'd be awesome. It's like a fucking payday, dude. You're like, ching.
Elon.
I don't even
Oh.
care. I'll deal with Twitter bullshit for a couple days, and I'll be like,
Yep.
yeah, dude, thank you, Elon. You fucking-
Because the diver was like, "Hey, I don't think your invention idea to save these kids
Right.
is gonna work or something." And
You're a
Elon's like, "You're a
pedophile.
Wow. The
He's
thing about
petty.
Elon is so petty.
Petty.
Yeah, John, you took the words right out of my mouth. Exactly. He just seems, for a guy that's the richest guy in the world, like, what do you care?
That's
like,
why that picture of him jumping on stage with Trump.
that's
it's the
so
best.
hilarious.
He looks like such a little fruitcake.
Yeah.
He's
And-
just like, it's like a little cheerleader.
Find that one, John.
And what he's doing now with like banning accounts that just disagree with him
So
on Twitter.
bizarre.
Where's the right?
Well, yeah.
Where
Where
is
is
the right?
Where's the free speech that
Yes,
he talks
they're
about?
on-
I mean, he bitched.
They buckled, John.
John, he bitched to no end when what's the former owner of Twitter?
Jack Dorsey.
He's like, free speech, and now that Elon's in charge of it, he's like, I get to decide.
Exactly.
Which is such BS. It's like just he's definitely not a populist. Oh, here we go.
I love that picture.
Oh, there's an
Wait,
ad.
that's
Well,
all
here's
right.
a picture.
All right,
I love it.
so bizarre.
All right, we're gonna close. We're gonna close out the show with a funny ass song. It's a little edgy though. I found it on TikTok. It's about to get banned, so you know it's good if it's about to get banned. But this is what song is it? Is this like a?
It's
Who
like a
sings it?
hippie song.
Yeah.
All the leaves are.
All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray and the sky is gray.
I'd be safe and warm if I wasn't LA.
California
California
Dreaming.
Dreaming.
California Dreaming.
It's the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no.
Yes, it
Mama's
is.
in the
Mama's
Pop.
in the
Oh,
Pop.
is it? I thought
It's
that was-
even more hippie. I think.
the Beach Boys probably did a cover of that.
Could
right.
be.
Probably.
But that's a good song. We all know it's like a hippie ass 60s song, right? It's associated with California, like hippies and
LA.
free love and smoking weed and driving around in the sun and skipping to work and skipping class, all the fun shit California has, right? But they converted it to. They have Karen Bass in there. They have Gavin Newsom singing it, and then a couple of California. I think that's one of them supposed to be Kamala, right?
Kamala,
yeah.
yeah.
And then I don't know who the other lady is, but it's obviously a California joke. This was obviously probably made by the Republican Party in California.
Without a doubt, or at least somebody on the other side of the aisle.
But they changed the word California Dreamin' to California's Burning, and it's pretty funny. It's edgy as hell. So if you're easily offended, you might want to tune out. But if you like funny shit and you're not easily offended, hanging with us. And thank you for listening to Lockpod. We appreciate you, Kevin Smith.
I wasn't a fan of this, but I am. We're a team here.
Noted. It's
Disclaimer.
Joe, it is the Midwest's most dangerous podcast. That's what we were talking about.
Tom's like, noted. Don't
noted.
give a fuck.
Noted.
Why didn't you like it, Kevin? Going into this, like, what should we expect?
I
He
just thought
didn't
there
like
was
one
some
line.
I just thought there was some anti-gay stuff in there.
Because they were talking about the fact. And okay, I'm glad we're talking about this before we play the song. He's talking about. They say one line, and the fire department's gay, and the fire department's gay. And I know Kevin was offended by that a little bit. But it's factual. That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's not. They're not being mean. It's the top 3 spots in the LA Fire Department were held by.
Yeah, but they're making it sound like that's
LGBTQ.
like because they're gay, that's a bad thing or something.
No, I don't
That's
think
the
they are.
implication.
I think they're saying. I think they're implying that it was more important to Mayor Karen to put lesbians in charge of the fire department than to put people that are going to actually fight fucking fires. I think that's what they're trying to say.
Come on,
Well,
Kevin.
but I think that's implying that because they have a different sexual orientation than the guy who probably did this video, that they weren't qualified. And From what I've read about those folks is they were qualified.
I think they're saying, like, if that's the only reason you got the job,
Right.
maybe you're not qualified.
And I think that isn't the only reason they got a job. But I guess
I
that's up for
agree.
debate.
After actually seeing that fire chief on interview,
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh, yeah,
damn,
yeah.
she's
She's a badass.
capable.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
right.
get it. It's parody. It's fun. Have fun.
It's parody.
Kevin doesn't want to have fun. Jill, thanks for coming in twice this week. We appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
Kevin's like, parody is
J-Fest.
protected under
Fucking
free
noted, Kevin. This is the Midwest Most Dangerous Podcast. We appreciate you hanging with us. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the song.
All the homes are gone because of climate change. Because of climate change. When the fires are out, I'll build a brand new LA. I'll build a brand new LA. Here's $700. Here's $700. Land grab is underway. Land grab is underway. California's burning. And the fire department's gay.
Oh, that's Pelosi.
Looters
Yeah.
in the streets.
You're right.
Illegals on the way. Well, I went to fight the fire. But there's no water today. LA is burning down. But smellfish are okay. California's